what the hell is happening there. Anyways, Weapons. Final thought. One of the most anticipated movies of the year by far. I think it had one of the best trailers ever. And I loved it in some regards, and I was disappointed in some regards. So, pros and cons. I'll say the cons first and then go with the pros. Cons are, I think the trailer was super scary. And the parts of the trailer that I was wanting to see, that I anticipated to scare me, ultimately didn't scare me. Like, how the kids went missing. I thought I was going to be really scared the way it was creepy, and it wasn't. So this movie wasn't as scary as I hoped it would be. It has some good scary scenes, that's for sure. But it wasn't I want to see Hereditary. Hereditary to me is the peak horror. Like, that's the scariest movie I've seen. That, and I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre are my top two, scariest movies I've seen. This one wasn't anywhere near that. So, yeah, disappointed in the fear regard. It was overlong. It's broken up into 6 different perspectives, and 4 of them are really good. And 2 of them are just a waste of time. So it's overlong. And the ending is odd and ridiculous. That you might like, you might not. I was 50-50 in the ending. So yeah, those are the cons. Pros, I think it's one of the incredibly, the cinematography, editing, sound, music, has great score. It's very technically proficient. The idea is fantastic. It is a fantastic concept. When you finally find out, no spoilers. It's all mystery. The whole movie, you're getting clues and hints to what it could be. 17 kids go missing in the middle of the night. They all just run out their house, all at the same time, the same way. And then no one knows what the hell happened to them. When you finally found out what caused this, what's happening, I thought it was super interesting. I was like, that is cool, and I didn't see it coming. And I was a fan of the choice. I think it might turn some people off, but I was a big fan of it. I had my guesses, but it wasn't this. So yeah, I think the performances were fantastic. Julia Garner was great. Usually she's a great actress, but usually she's in movies I don't like. I think the last thing I liked I liked The Wolfman. The Wolfman was decent. I didn't like her as Silver Surfer, but yeah, she was good in this movie. Josh Brolin was fantastic in this movie. Benedict Wong was fantastic in this movie. The biggest compliment, I love the way this guy tells stories. I know people love Barbarian. I didn't care for Barbarian. I also like that the titles, these are great titles to movies that don't have a lot to do with the movie. Like the title Weapons. I was like, what does that mean? They explain what it means, but I was like, that barely has to do with the title. I feel like he's using great titles of movies that don't have a relation to what the title is. Like Barbarian doesn't really have a relation to the movie. But great poster for Barbarian. Better poster than the poster for this movie. But I liked it way more than Barbarian. Like, I didn't care for Barbarian. This movie I liked a lot. I do have my flaws with it. I think it would be a perfect movie if it didn't have those flaws. But I was a big fan of how creative, and that's my biggest compliment with the movie. It kind of reminded me when I watched It Follows. I love the inventiveness of It Follows. It was such a unique film. It was something I haven't seen before. And this is something you have, but haven't done this way. That this was a unique way of doing something that exists. A far more unique way than I've ever seen. There's a scene with Benedict Wong in the trailer where he's running. That is such a wild scene in the movie. Like, I was blown away when that got to that scene. That I'm like, when you see that, you're like, oh, holy shit. This movie has very unforgettable scenes. The ending is very unforgettable. It is an insane ending. But yeah, I would wonder if I know people are gonna lie and say, "Oh, I figured it out." I'm like, I wonder how many people truly figured it out. My brother figured it out because they gave a hint that I missed. So I think it is possible to figure out what's going on towards the end by one singular hint that they give. That I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah. So overall, I'm gonna give Weapons a 4 out of 5. I think it'd be a 5 out of 5 if you cut out the 2 sections, the cop and the junkie. Those 2 sections of the movie are entertaining. They are entertaining. This movie is nonstop entertaining. Those scenes are entertaining. But ultimately, they make the movie go over long, and they're not necessary. The other 4 are necessary. These 2 are not necessary. So, yeah. It's not like Barbarian. Barbarian, I love the first act. The second act was interesting. It was interesting, but I care for it less so. And the third act, I didn't care at all. So it was on like a decline in Barbarian. This one's the opposite. It's ascending. It gets more interesting as it goes on. So, yeah. Weapons. Comment down below if you've seen it. Don't spoil it, please. It's very easy to spoil. I think the mystery is the funnest part. And if you haven't seen a trailer, don't watch the trailer. You're going to be like, what the fuck am I watching? Very wacky movie. I guarantee you haven't seen anything like it. Subscribe for more reviews, movie commentary, TV commentary, entertainment, whatever the hell's happening. And UFC is usually on behind me.